You're great.
I am.
Like, I already knew that. Like, seriously, I just put on all this makeup. How would I not know that? So just to let you guys know, the clips of the following video from the trailer will be shown on the picture of a theater screen. And why exactly? Because Universal Pictures loves to screw me and everyone else over with the copyright system. So I found a way around that, and that is taking the clips of the trailer and doing that exact thing. And if Universal Pictures thinks they're going to be able to copyright claim my video, no studio that there is or was is ever gonna take me down. Wicked comes to us from director John M. Chu and is based off the popular Broadway show of the same name. And this movie follows Elphaba, an ostracized but deviant girl born with green skin, and Galinda, a privileged aristocrat born popular, and the two of them become extremely unlikely best friends in the magical land of Oz. But as the two girls struggle with their opposing personalities, their friendship is tested as both begin to fulfill their destinies as Glinda the Good and the Wicked Witch of the West. I really gotta mention this. When I was writing down the synopsis for this movie, I accidentally wrote down Glinda the Hood, and I was like, God damn it, I really want to see Glinda the Hood now.
Man, these streets are tough.
Well, and Ben, this isn't the first time you've heard this in a review so far. I'm not that affiliated with Wicked. Before seeing the trailer for this movie, do you want to know what my knowledge of Wicked was? Aside from the fact that it was a prequel to The Wizard of Oz in the form of a stage show? This.
Take me away to that special place, that blowjob place, where people like us can all live free, free to get blowjobs. Take me away and let's live together. That's the blowjobs and me.
You know, the entire movie, I was waiting for them to say it, but they never once did. Fucking PG ratings, man. But in my defense, I have always wanted to see a production of Wicked. It's just never happened because, well, it's something that really wouldn't be shown anywhere around where I live. So when I heard this movie was coming out, I got really excited, especially since the director, John M. Chu, made one of my favorite musicals in the past few years, In the Heights. Which, by the way, kinda going off topic, that is such an overlooked movie that you all really need to check out, especially if you love musicals and Lin-Manuel Miranda like me. Yeah, you heard me. I love musicals. I know it's not like a very manly thing to say, but I don't care. Fucking sue me. I really get into them. So I went to an early screening Wednesday night in an auditorium filled to the brim with women, gay guys, theater geeks, and some idiot named Trev. He was weird. That guy's white. I'm clearly not that guy. And let me tell you, they were pumped as hell because throughout the entire movie, there were people squeeing. Fucking squeeing. I was like, damn, you guys really like this musical, don't you? So after sitting through the entire 2-hour and 40-minute runtime of Wicked, Part 1, yes, this is a Part 1. I don't know why Hollywood keeps doing this, but we'll talk more about that later on. But where I'm going with this is, am I going to be that one sadistic asshole coming out of it saying, yeah, it was good? Absolutely freaking not, because not only did I love every moment of this freaking movie, not only is it one of the best movies of the year, but guys, it is so freaking amazing to the point where I was just enthralled, to the point where I was just freaking hypnotized. I love this goddamn freaking movie. Rarely does it ever happen nowadays that a movie is so freaking phenomenal that it was able to get me so invested to where at points I felt like I really was transported to another world, which is what some movies are supposed to do, goddammit. I do say a lot that I was glued to the screen while watching some movies, but I do mean it in all seriousness, that I barely moved an inch while experiencing Wicked. From the first song sequence and on, I was locked in. One thing that I really appreciated from the start was that this in no way is CGI Palooza. Yes, there was CGI used in the movie, but they actually poured heart and soul into making actual live sets and props for this production. Yeah, you know that green train that's in like all the trailers? That thing was actually handmade just for the movie. Okay, I'm starting to see why this thing was delayed constantly. Our two leads really have some big shoes to fill when it comes to playing Glinda and Elphaba, and they knock it out of the freaking park. I remember Ariana Grande from her Nickelodeon days, and I've seen her in a few things here and there, but when it comes to her in Wicked, I will now always remember her as Glinda. Or Galinda. Yeah, that's a thing. Apparently, like, her name was Galinda, but like when she becomes Glinda the Good, she's Glinda the Good, not Glinda. The thing about Glinda is that at first, she's just the dumb popular girl that everyone loves because she's pretty and has a lot of money, and all she does is think about herself to the point where she can be unlikable. But as the movie goes on, she progresses into someone who is actually caring of others, and she sees them from a different point of view. But the thing that stays consistent about her throughout the entire movie is that she is pretty funny. Now when it comes to Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba, she's the complete opposite of Glinda. From the moment she was born, she's been discriminated against her entire life, and when she meets Glinda and bunks with her, it doesn't get much better for her at Shiz University. Except for when she meets Madame Morrible, played by Yeoh, who does everything to help Elphaba reach her highest power. But the connection between Elphaba and Glinda really is the emotional core of the movie, and it is what really works to the movie's advantage very well. But oh my god, the musical numbers are all freaking phenomenal. When it comes to the dancing, the choreography, and all the 10 out of 10 singing, it makes this automatically the best musical in years. I mentioned before that John M. Chu previously did In the Heights, so the man knows his craft very well. And he applied everything he did with that movie here to the point where this feels like his Oppenheimer or something. Okay, I'm probably exaggerating with saying that, but guys, I'm just too happy with this movie right now. Give me a break. I already mentioned Cynthia Erivo and how great she is as Elphaba, but when it comes to her singing, I might piss off some theater geeks when I say this. I prefer her singing so much more over Idina Menzel. You heard me. Put your hate comments down below. I can take it. But where I'm coming from is that when she started singing Defying Gravity, especially that part where she goes, "Oh, if you can't find me, just look to the western sky." Guys, I was in awe. I had goosebumps up my arms, and I did not want her to stop. It was so freaking flat out perfect. If you go see this movie this weekend, watch it on the biggest screen you can with the loudest speakers just for her singing alone. But as I said earlier, this sadly is a part 1, and it pulls an Across the Spider-Verse on your ass. And while I really wanted to keep going, I understand why they ended it the way they did. Not only is the stage show really damn long apparently, but the movie does end where apparently the first half of the show ends, so it does actually make sense to make this a part 1. It's not like it drops you on that massive of a cliffhanger, but where it does wrap up, feels like a legit ending and a great place to start a sequel in a year. But seriously, does anyone know where I can find the closest stage production of Wicked in Missouri? Like, seriously, I'm asking for a friend who's not me. That would be sad if I was my only friend. Me, myself, and Irene. Hey, remember that Jim Carrey movie, Me, Myself, and Irene? Neither do I. This is also one of those movies where, despite its long-ass runtime, I never felt it and made damn sure never to check my watch because I didn't want it to wrap up. I was into it way more than I ever expected to be. And I seriously have not a single issue with this movie. I'm just so damn happy with what I got that I'm not even kidding. I'm gonna go see it again this weekend, which is something that I really haven't been able to say a lot this year. With 2 exceptions. But as expected, Wicked is just flat out phenomenal. I was just expecting to like this movie, but it gave me more than I ever expected. If you're a fan of the Broadway show or just musicals in general, then this is an automatic must watch. But if you're not in that category, I guess you can skip it, but you'll really be missing out on one of the best movies of the year, and the fact that this movie is kind of an event that's been years in the making. I absolutely love this movie, and I am so eager to check it out again as fast as I can. Jesus Christ, just go friggin' see it! And I'm gonna give Wicked an A+.
The wizard that there is or was is ever gonna bring me down.
Guys, you seriously don't know how happy I am with this movie. I'm so eager to go see it again, and I want to see the Broadway show, and god damn it, I'm too friggin' hyped for part 2. I was not expecting to love this movie that friggin' much, and it really does feel good to give another movie an A+, because that's rarely happened this year. Oh, by the way, if you're a fan of Wicked going to see this movie, like you know the songs by heart, for the love of God, don't start singing in the theater. You will make an ass of yourself, and you will just have everyone around you hate you because they're just trying to watch the movie. What about the people there who haven't seen Wicked? I mean, wait for like a sing-along version to come out. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, turn on the notification bell, and while you're at it, go follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Trev's Movies, and I'll be back later with more reviews. And I'll see you then.